All right, so I have a difficult question for you, and I want you to actually close your eyes and visualize this. What if you woke up tomorrow morning and everything you owned was gone? What would you do? And that's honestly scary to think about. Like, just all of my savings, all of my businesses just disappeared. Like, how would I rebuild starting from zero? Now, just to be clear, this is not something that I'm planning for. It's definitely not something that I'm hoping for. Like, it would really, really, really suck. But if I think about it, I've kind of done this before. Like, I've been at basically zero income and clawed my way out of it. So in this video, I want to walk you through exactly what my plan would be. And I'm not talking about some vague, just hustle, bro, motivational BS. I'm talking about an actual system with 3 distinct phases. What would I do tomorrow morning? What would my plan be for the first year? And then how would I go from nothing to actually rebuilding real wealth? You ready, brother? Let's hop in. Phase 1, survival. So if I was truly at zero, like no income at all, the first step would be simple. Cut my expenses to as low as possible, ideally nothing, and then start making some cash, even if it's very little, even if it's doing something that's not glamorous at all, that I would have to, swallow my ego and my pride for the short term. If I can't get to next week or next month, it's going to be impossible to get wealthy. So right off the bat, I would move back in with my parents as a 36-year-old man, because then living is free. If that's not an option, then I would find the cheapest living option in the city that I'm at, even if it means moving out to some undesirable area and, splitting rents with 4 other brohemes in some old rundown apartment building. Like, who cares? I would be telling myself, this is temporary. This is just how we get back on my feet. And then for income, I would just find any part-time hourly job that would hire me. And that's typically going to be something that requires no skills. Like, those are the fastest jobs you can just walk in and apply and get. And I've done this before, bro, multiple times, working as a valet for restaurants in downtown Boston, parking cars, making less than minimum wage, just hustling for tips late at night, which was actually a benefit because then I could work a different job during the day before restaurant hours. At the same time, I was actually doing moving jobs with my buddy. We would look at like local Facebook groups or job boards, and we'd show up, haul an entire house in 24 hours if we had to. We didn't get paid much, but it was straight cash up front. Before that, I worked at a local sporting goods store. I was the guy who measured your feet and brought out your sneakers. It was a lot of soccer moms and high school kids, minimum wage. Now, very important note, if this is where you are right now, these types of jobs generally require just a simple interview. And the most important thing is that you show up and you're respectful and you don't look like some sketchy dude who's about to rob the cash register when he gets a chance. So get a haircut, trim your facial hair. Even if you have to go into Marshall's and buy a $5 button-down shirt and chinos that don't look great, still show up in that instead of a hoodie. Maybe this does not need to be said, but I've just met guys who are like, nobody will hire me. And I'm like, yeah, bro, because you look and you talk super hood. No one trusts you. Now, once you're surviving, it's time for phase 2. The real hustle. So at this point, I'm already hustling, working for low wages. But now that I'm not afraid about not being able to eat next week, it's time to aim that hustle in a very specific direction that allows my earning potential to go through the roof so I can make real money. And look, this is not a time where I'd be worried about having work-life balance and having free time to enjoy myself. My mindset would be, I'm sacrificing all pleasure in life for the short term so that I can experience that in the long term and actually build something where I can chill and settle down later. Now, I would not quit the survival job yet. I would actually stack a side hustle on top of it. The difference would be this needs to be a side hustle that is based on a skill that is actually in demand in 2026. That's what gives it higher earning potential. Good news, you might already have a skill that works. Bad news, if not, you have to start by learning the skill and not getting paid for it. And this is something I actually did before. When I was working a full-time job, after hours, I decided I want to be a personal trainer. So I bought the NASM textbook. I studied every day for 2 or 3 hours after work, taking the practice quizzes. And then after 2 or 3 months, I took the exam and I got my CPT, my personal training certification. And then I didn't just walk into any old gym come on, hire me, bro. I researched the most luxury gym in my area. It was basically like an Equinox level gym because I was like, well, if people can afford the membership here, they can afford a trainer. Then I applied there and they rejected me because I was not qualified. I didn't have the right college degree. So then I dropped off my resume in person. I walked into the personal training's manager's office and was like, give me a chance, brother. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna make you some money. Then I had to call again, and eventually it was like, all right, bro, I'll give you a shot. That being said, what I would actually do if I was starting over today, because I have built this skill of content creation over the last 10 years on YouTube, making over 1,000 videos. That's a skill that I have. I'd get into TikTok Shop or UGC marketing, which is basically where companies look for small creators to make videos about their products, because then they can use those as advertisements on like Instagram and Facebook. And then in exchange, they're gonna pay me some small fee for each video that I make, right? And by the way, there's a real marketplace for this. Websites like Billo or Collabster. My game plan would be to crank out as many high quality videos like this as possible for a bunch of different brands. And I wouldn't just like randomly do it. I'd be like, hey, can you send me over your top performing advertisements? Because then I can use those as inspiration and I'm not guessing. As a side note, I basically already do this for my own brands like Edge Lifestyle Clothing. And it's kind of crazy, but the videos I film, they tend to be our most profitable ads. Now, real quick pause before we continue. A huge part of building real wealth is actually tracking your finances. The same way you inevitably have to track your calories if you want to get shredded. It's the same with money. You need to know where it's coming from, where it's going, how much is going where in order to make the right calculated moves. And that's why I want to tell y'all about Monarch, the sponsor of today's video. So Monarch is super cool because basically it takes all of your different accounts, banking, credit card, investments, even your credit score, and it syncs them all into one clean dashboard. And it's not gonna bog you down with like 20 different notifications telling you that you bought a hamburger or a coffee. It's only the most useful insights, exactly where your spending's going so you know where you can tighten it up, how your investments are looking, and probably the coolest part is the net worth tracker, which, you know, as you're seeing that number increase and you see that line move, that just provides a lot of positive reinforcement and momentum that makes it easier to double and triple down on what's working. It even uses AI to give you crucial insights about what your highest leverage moves are based on your current situation. If you have a girlfriend or wife, you guys can sync your accounts all into the same dashboard, so it's super easy to see where everything stands. It's private and ad-free. It syncs with over 13,000 different banks and institutions, and it works beautifully on mobile or on your laptop. So if you're ready to level up your financial tracking, just scan that QR code on the screen or click that first link in description and use code BEAST50 to get 50% off the Monarch Core tier. Click that link, get started today. Now let's get back to the video. Now, honestly, I would not just create content for other brands. I would also start this YouTube channel back up, even if we're starting all the way from zero, because I've seen how powerful making content can be and how much revenue it can generate down the road if you actually build an audience. So in the background, I would already start documenting my journey the same way that I did back in the day. The difference is back then I was documenting my journey, you know, improving with women and approaching girls and how to build muscle as a skinny guy. This time would probably be more about building up my finances, literally rebuilding from zero, and I'd be sharing the lessons I learned along the way. And I realized that a lot of you watching probably want to go down this path of content creation, but you don't have the skill yet. And that's actually something that just paralyzed me for like 2 or 3 years, feeling like I had to prepare more before I could film myself. But that's not how you build the skill. The difference was when I actually started uploading 2 videos per week and trying to make each video better than the last video. And in my free time, I was watching other YouTubers and I was like, oh, I like how he, you know, did that edit or that transition or that camera movement. I'm gonna steal that and try and do it in my video. That's how you build this skill, through putting yourself out there and then more and more repetition. And I know that this sounds like this insane amount of work. Like, how am I possibly supposed to work a survival job and learn a skill and film myself? And look, man, it's not supposed to be easy. Like I've lived through this phase before where I was waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. And for the first 3 hours of the day, I was working on my side hustle, which was self-publishing these ebooks on Amazon. And then from like 9 a.m. to noon, I was doing consulting work for this software company on my laptop. And then from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., I was in the gym, walking the floor, trying to find personal training clients. And it actually didn't suck that bad. I was just really busy, but that's what took me from like 20K a year to 80K a year and started actually building some real savings. I did not have a cool lifestyle at the time. I was just stacking all these different things, but like that's how I got out. Now, phase 3 is where the magic happens. It's about scaling and investing. The crazy thing about this phase is that it's not gonna feel like you're wealthy yet because the money, it hasn't had a chance to grow. But I promise you, when you get here, you're already past the hardest part. Now, that does not mean that the work gets easier from here. If anything, it gets even harder, but it's different now because you have some proof. You see some money coming in. And once I saw some money coming in from the YouTube grind, it just got that much easier to be like, all right, I'm gonna double and triple and quadruple down and work even harder at this shit and see how far I can take it. But before I tell you how I would actually scale the income, we need to take a step back and talk about a simple investing plan, because a big mistake I made is when the money started coming in, I just had it parked in a checking account, which feels safe. I didn't want to take a risk, but inflation is like 2 to 3 to 4% per year. And if your money's just sitting there and not growing, like the value is actually shrinking each year. So the simplest system is that you have 2 buckets of money. The first bucket is money you're going to need in the next 6 to 12 months. So maybe it's for a down payment on a house or a car purchase. That money you set aside here and you invest it still, but you invest it in something that's very low risk, like the JAAA, which earns like 5% interest. So your money's growing, it's outgrowing inflation, but when you need it, there's no risk that like the market dipped, it's still there. Now, once you have enough money set aside for whatever you're gonna need, the rest of the money you're making and not spending, it goes into this bucket over here, which is your true long-term investments. And the easiest thing is to invest it in something like the VOO. It's an index fund that includes a bunch of the top companies, and it grows at like 8% per year, even though I think in the last 5 years, it's up like 80% or something crazy. And sometimes it's gonna crash too. But the point is, this is money you don't need anytime soon. This is how you build the wealth, by putting it in there and let it grow. And just as a simple example, if you were to invest, 100K in there this year and then another 100K each year at an average of 8% growth, in 10 years, that's worth like almost 1.7 million. Like you almost made a whole nother million just while the money sat there and worked for you. But of course, how do you actually make enough money to invest 100K per year or 200K or 300K per year? Well, it's all gonna be about taking that skill that you learned and scaling it. And you can truly do this with anything. So for my example, I'm creating these advertisements for different brands. As I get better, I can charge higher rates. I can work with more brands. I can get some brands to start paying me a percentage of ad spend. And then if I'm making content about it in the background, I could be teaching other guys how to do UGC. I can create a course where I coach guys to get there faster. If you're a personal trainer, well, as you're getting more clients and you're creating more transformations and there's more demands to work with you, your prices go up. And if you're making content about it and, helping people online get more fit, well, you can start doing online coaching and having 100 clients each month who are paying you. And then once you do that, you can start helping new personal trainers learn how to scale their business more quickly. Every skill has a value ladder like this. Even if you're a plumber fixing people's toilets, if you're doing a good job, you're going to have enough clients that you need to start hiring other plumbers who work for you. And before you know it, you have the top, plumbing business in your city. And that's really the entire reason that I would be focused on building a YouTube audience while I'm scaling up my other skill, because I just know it opens up so many opportunities. When you start to build a dedicated audience, sponsors start to reach out to you. As your audience grows, you can charge higher sponsorship rates. You can create genuine products and services that serve your audience. Like I'm making videos for men trying to level up. It's natural that guys are also going to be trying to level up their wardrobe. That's where Edge Lifestyle comes in. If I can provide really top tier, high quality outfits that make guys feel more confident and I'm wearing them myself, it just works. It makes sense. 5 years ago, everyone was selling these basic PDF workout programs. I went to a German developer and said, let's build a kick-ass app that actually has built-in, progress tracking and AI. And that was a game changer for me in my personal use. So I knew other people were going to find value in it. that's the game I'd be playing again, man. Obviously, this is going to look different depending what path you take. I think the biggest mistake guys make is inside their head. They aim for this big payday where they want to get a job that pays them $500,000 next year, or they see Alex Hormozi do a $10 million launch and they think, man, if I can just make a few YouTube videos, I can be a millionaire. That's not how it works. That's not how you get wealthy in a predictable, high percentage way. What I found is a lot more realistic is picking a skill, becoming top tier at it, and then climbing that value ladder one step at a time. Because I know if I'm making 100K this year, if I just optimize things and work a little harder, I can probably make like 125K next year. And when you look at that over a 10-year horizon, that's how the real money comes, especially if you're investing it and it's growing in the background too. But you can't skip any of these steps. If you're broke right now, you got to start at survival mode. If you have a skill right now that's earning you a little bit of money, well, next year you got to make a little bit more. That being said, that is what my plan would be. And I'm very confident in it because I've already run this game plan once and it worked. I hope you got some good value from this video, brother. Don't stop watching now. You need to see that video next. The YouTube algorithm has recommended that one specifically for you. Click there to watch that now. If you're new to the channel, click down there to subscribe because I drop new videos every single week and you don't want to miss them. I'll talk to you in the next one. Stay beastly.